Hi, I'm Ron Amlin from the St. Louis Small Business Monthly, and we're here at the St. Louis Business Expo with Richard Dillard from West Community Credit Union. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Well, tell me about West Community Credit Union, and tell me where you're at and how you help businesses out there.
Well, credit unions in general haven't been looked on for business loans, and during the more recent financial crisis, so to speak, we have been in a position to step up and provide funds to businesses that the banks just weren't able to do. Mm-hmm. And because of the fact that we have our own money and we had money to lend, and we didn't have to borrow that money in order to lend it, we have been in a position to help fund businesses and get them started, even from startups to businesses for expansion or equipment needs. Or
Sure. Tell me, you go out and meet business owners every day. What are some of the misconceptions that business owners have about credit unions? Because as you say, this is, for a lot of business owners, they're just starting to realize credit unions are out there to help them.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions are they think that we are for a certain segment because you work in aerospace or a brewery or wherever you might work, construction, that we're only for those. And many credit unions now are community-based. So that means that our field of membership could be in that entire community. So it might be a whole county or a state for that matter, depending on how they're chartered.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Tell me about some specific programs that you've utilized to help business owners in this area with the credit union.
Well, one of the things, there's a couple things that we do, but one of the things that we are also an SBA lender, so that helps.
It does,
because the fact that it mitigates some of our risk. Mm-hmm. And what happens is that normally when, let's say somebody would want let's say a $100,000 line of credit, and maybe we wouldn't normally do that because that's too much risk exposure.
Sure.
But with SBA, we may have anywhere from a 50% to a 90% guarantee depending on the program, what you use.
Right.
Well, you take a program where it's 90% guaranteed by SBA, our risk exposure is only $10,000. So that is one of the programs that we use the most. And the idea that for real estate loans is that sometimes, as long as the property cash flows and it makes sense, we'll actually look at them in order to do them.
What about the future? And what plans does West Community have to reach out more to the business community? Do you see more programs coming up in the future to help business owners with their lending needs?
Well, I think what you'll see with all credit unions is throughout the state, you're going to probably see more SBA. Mm-hmm. That is probably one of the best ways to go. And I think that you'll see more equipment lending and more lines of credit, because that's what businesses are needing right now. They're not necessarily buying hard assets. A lot of times they're needing access to capital, and sometimes that's just to hire, to expand a little bit, maybe hire a few more people, or maybe to fund a project that they may get, a government project maybe, that may get paid for down the road.
Right.
Something like that. So I think SBA and the idea of lines of credit are the most important things for businesses over the next couple of years.
And I think most people don't realize that the SBA doesn't lend money, that they just guarantee the loan. So if someone's interested in a loan, they have to come to you and talk to you first about going through the process.
Right. SBA's loans are actually underwritten. Each individual institution financial institution would underwrite that loan. And basically what we say to SBA is the way the loan is structured, it would not be something that we would fund. However, if we have some more collateral, or basically the guarantee, if we have some way of mitigating some of that risk, then we would be interested because it would reduce our exposure.
Mm-hmm. As I said before, you deal with business owners all the time. All businesses want to be they want to be able to get a loan from a bank, and most businesses do. Mm-hmm. Some of them cannot for a variety of reasons, but if you had to give two pieces of advice to a business owner who is thinking about going to a credit union for financing, two pieces of advice to get their books in order and to make it so the process works for them, what two pieces of advice would you tell them?
I would say one is have a good business plan, written business plan, detailed, and if so, hire somebody to do it for you if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. Get someone to do it for you. But a very detailed business plan. And I mean that includes a background of managers, people you might think you might want to bring on, what the projections of income that you foresee, what's the peer group look like, and really have a good business plan, because that is the foundation. Remember, the underwriter's not sitting down with them. The underwriter doesn't have the passion that someone like me that's out there talking to them every day has. and I understand the passion they have of the business, what they want to do. The underwriter, and I'm not trying to be mean to underwriters, but they look at things more in black and white. So what does it make sense? And they're looking at, does it make sense financially?
Sure.
I think the other thing is as you get ready to do your loan and start to get ready to package, make sure that you have your good relationship with the institution you're trying to do, not with just because you have a good business plan and everything else, but make sure you have more than one relationship. I guess what I'm trying to get at. You have a good relationship with your financial institution, but have more than one of them. It doesn't hurt. We don't mind. There's plenty out there. We don't mind sharing with a bank or another credit union. It's okay. And and it doesn't hurt to bring over some of your personal items or whatever you might be. But I think the main thing is have a good relationship or try to build one, and make sure you have a very good business plan.
Great ideas. If someone wants to get in touch with you at West Community, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
They get in touch with me through our website, which is www.westcommunitycu, the letter C, letter U.org, O-R-G, or they can simply call me at my office, which is 636-720-2420.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.